You know, a lot of times when I start these videos, since they're usually a spur-of-the-moment decision, which means last minute, you know, just wasn't planned, I wanted to focus in on that weird-looking lady that just crossed the street there. Looked like a gypsy, actually. And once again, I'm doing this spur-of-the-moment. I'm on the corner of Pinneuf Boulevard and La Rue Adam, which is how French people say Adam Street. I don't know how the M becomes silent or turns to an N, but whatever. One of the cool things about this boulevard is right here is all these really old buildings here. Now the East End's got old buildings, right? Got old buildings of all kinds of vintages. But there's certain streets that have buildings that are much older than others. You know? Man, this Ford F-350 been working hard. It's so dirty. Wasn't it that long, not long ago this place was open? I'm telling you, I think I went in this building like 6 months ago, not even. Holy shit. I like that Toyota 4Runner there. These ones seem to rust less than the older model, which has a very similar design. Yeah. And down there, can't really tell unless you know the area, but down there at that last street there, that's Notre Dame. And you see all those containers there, that's the Port of Montreal there for trains and cargo ships. Dig it? Now the reason why I'm walking up here is not just by hasard or by chance, it's actually because I'm going to the Village des Valeurs, which in the States is actually known as Savers. I think it's known the same thing in the rest of Canada where it's English, I think. But I went to the dollar store earlier and I bought something I had lost a long time ago, this right here. Measuring tape, because I got a call last night from this guy, I know, a friend of mine. I hadn't talked to him in a long time, and I sold him a shitload of my beer ads, you know, like vintage Labatt and what's this guy fucking swearing? I heard that fuck you, it's all these degenerate lowlifes around here to give us a neighborhood a bad reputation. Anyway, what was I saying? So this guy called me last night, really cool guy, and he bought, like I said, a bunch of vintage Labatt ads and stuff from me, and you know, O'Keefe and all these vintage beer ads. And he says, I got this poster that my aunt gave me. She got it when she was a kid from Expo 67, and I want to frame it. It's like 18 by 23 inches. And I'm like, yeah, bring it on over, let me check it out. So measured it, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, in the past a lot of times that I would buy frames, it would just be something I liked. It wasn't really for something that I had of a larger than 11 by 14 inch size, but this thing's like 18 by 23 inches, so I want to actually do a really nice job for him, you know. And so I bought that measuring tape this morning, and I'm going to bring it with me. That way I know exactly what size, because that's the thing when you buy used frames, unless you know sizes, like some of them are very easy to tell what they are. 11 by 14 inch, 8 by 11, 8 by 10. Those are easy sizes to know what it is. But when you get old bigger to 11 by 14, you know, like something could be 12, 18, although it is a standard size, it's not necessarily obvious, you know. Even for me, I've been, you know, buying frames new and used for many years, and, you know, frame stuff myself. But when it's something that big, it's not no duck walk, you know. Look at this beautiful home here. Look at that. Whoa, nice Jeep. I like when I turn, this guy's honking. Yeah, it's always these types of cars, these cheap little subcompact cars. Often these people don't drive properly. I'm telling you, one of these days, unfortunately, I'm probably going to record a wreck, you know. It's bound to happen. Actually, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. As long as I don't cause a wreck. Yeah, these homes are really, really old. I mean, look at some of these homes. You know they got to be over 100 years old. Look at that. The design of it all, the French-Canadian design. It kind of looked like some of the homes I saw in the lower town sector of Ottawa when I was there on Monday. I think it's funny how some of you actually thought that I was there for like a few days or a week, or they're like, oh, you write a comment, you're like, yeah, you're in Ottawa. Yeah, I was in Ottawa just for a day. Bing, bang, boom, I'm in, I'm out. Hey, look at this. This is actually a historic landmark. Guido Mincieri. Who's Guido Mincieri? Oh, he was an artist. I'll remember to Google that. No, probably not. Anyway, this is not going to be a long video. Look at God, the homes are so beautiful. Look, even though this one needs work, it's still beautiful. Look at that archway. Man, that's fantastic. See, this is one of those videos. It's not really what's driving on the street. It's about the buildings themselves. You know? And it's certainly not about the scrap over there, which I actually thought about taking a couple of blocks to go to the store here. I'm like, nah, what am I going to do that for? Yeah. Oh, you know what? Jeez, I almost forgot. Hey, listen. Today is what? The 28th. And look at that. Hôpital Notre-Dame de Lourdes. And there's me walking by. Yeah, the weathermen, those idiots, those overpaid fucking people, they said it was going to be cloudy and raining today. It's been sunny for like 3 hours now. Look how beautiful it is today. Did they say anything about that? No. Then they changed the fucking forecast midday, like at 12 o'clock. Morons. I'm telling you. Morons. Mind you, they're not always wrong. I mean, last week when we had four sunny days consecutive from Saturday to Tuesday, it was actually beautiful. They were right about that. And I rely on that when I went to Ottawa. It wasn't a coincidence that I went there on that fucking day and I knew it was going to be gorgeous. When I saw on Friday or Saturday that it was going to be, you know, sunny like all day, not partly cloudy, not variable skies, I knew that was the time to go, was Monday. See? You know what I'm saying? Come on, keep driving. What is this? Forget texting. Drive. Drive, baby. Drive. Okay, now we're talking. Hey, nice Mustang. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See? One of the few modern cars that I like that's not boring like all this fucking shit there. And this, look at this fucking thing. I'm going to say this again. If you ever look at all these subcompact cars, right? You know what they all have in common? They all have colors. They're all colorful cars, because if it wasn't for that, if the car was gray or black or white, it would be so fucking boring. That's a questionable noise level coming from that whatever shitbox it was. Hey, look at that. That guy's sweater is almost as same green as that car. You know what? I think... yeah, I'm going to call it quits here. I thought about doing another block, but that's a long block all the way to La Fontaine, I think. So I'm like, fuck that. Yeah, I'm gonna cross the street and stop right here. And God, it's beautiful. It must be like 15 degrees now. The wind's light. I almost didn't want to come here actually. I said, I'm gonna go take advantage of the sun while it's here, because tomorrow doesn't look good. Neither does Monday and Tuesday. But once again, you know, meteorologists, it's like I don't know, man. Sometimes I think those people is like pulling hairs, you know. What's that? Aston Martin? Oh, it's a Mustang. Mustang next to scrap. I always find that kind of amusing when I see a gray car next to scrap. You know, it's kind of comical. There's a great way to end, right there. Good old fucking Charger. Okay, it's not old. It's actually of this year, that car, last year. Anyway, it's okay. So, oh, two of them. Right on. Two's better than one. How about three? All right, let's go see if I can find my friend Christian a frame. So stay loose, folks. Take care. Don't do anything I would do.